The scene shifts inside the stone gate, where two buffalo-like monsters scan their surroundings, with the main boss monster standing between them. Chloe is startled to discover that there are monsters inside the stone gate, while our boy struggles to believe that even those two buffalo monsters are something Kong cannot handle alone. Kong realizes that even if our boy manages to break through the gate and escape, the moment the boss buffalo monster awakens, it will be nearly impossible for everyone to get out unharmed. He understands that this situation is vastly different from the midterm exam. There was no prior information about the mermaid then, but our boy has faced the Minotaur in gameplay before. If our boy were in peak condition, Kong could have handled all three buffalo monsters on his own. However, at this moment, Kong has already exhausted all 40 seconds of Pame's immunity blessing and must act as efficiently and effectively as possible to succeed. Our boy then grips the Murasame tightly as Kong turns to Batten and asks if he can still use the pain-reducing blessing. Batten responds that he can. Kong follows up, inquiring how long Batten can maintain the blessing. Batten states that the maximum duration is about 2 minutes. Our boy replies that it's enough and instructs Batten to keep applying the blessing while Kong engages the boss buffalo monster. Kong knows that if he loses focus even for a second, he could be seriously injured, or worse, killed. Batten reassures Kong, saying that since it's him, he'll do his best. Kong then turns to Saki and Chloe, instructing them to handle the wounded buffalo monsters on the side. However, he warns them not to get involved with the boss monster, as it is far too dangerous. Saki appears genuinely impressed by Kang's composure and leadership. Kong tells everyone to get ready and follow the same strategy they used earlier when facing the horde of buffalo monsters. As the buffalo monsters charge forward, our boy activates the blessing of the sword god. However, Kang's entire body is suddenly overcome with excruciating pain. Fortunately, thanks to Batten's pain-reducing blessing, Kong is able to move and endure the agony. He steadies himself, mentally reinforcing that he can do this. Then, as the boss buffalo monster charges toward our boy, Kong wastes no time and rushes forward to meet it head-on. The monster swings its massive axe toward our boy, and Kong manages to dodge the strike just in time, causing the boss buffalo monster's attack to land on the wall, shattering it upon impact. Kong thinks to himself that the blessing of the sword god is agonizingly painful, but he endures it and retaliates, slashing at the boss buffalo monster with his sword. However, the monster swiftly blocks the attack with its axe. Wasting no time, the boss buffalo monster counters, but our boy evades the strike and attempts to create some distance. To Kang's surprise, the boss buffalo monster suddenly kicks him from behind. Our boy barely manages to block the kick with his knife, preventing a direct hit. At that moment, our boy realizes that all the senses he had been unable to feel under the pain immunity blessing have now awakened. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, Kong experiences an unexpected sense of freedom. The boss buffalo monster then swings its axe at Kong from the front, but Kong dodges by moving closer to the monster. However, the boss monster anticipates this maneuver and abruptly redirects its axe toward our boy. As the axe is about to strike, our boy reacts instantly, ducking just in time to avoid the blow. The boss buffalo monster's strike smashes into the dungeon walls. Seizing the opportunity in an instant, our boy swiftly moves behind the boss buffalo monster. However, relying on its sharp instincts, the monster quickly turns around and delivers a powerful strike at the spot where our boy had just been standing. The impact sends dust billowing through the air, covering the entire area. As the dust settles, the boss buffalo monster is stunned to see Kong sitting right on the blade of its axe. On the other hand, Saki watches in disbelief. She can't comprehend how Kong is moving like that, as those movements seem beyond human capability. At that moment, one of the buffalo monsters charges at Saki, but she gracefully dodges the attack with ease. As she evades, she analyzes the battle in her mind, considering the precise use of muscles, posture, striking angles, and positioning of energy. A combat sense that disrupts the enemy's center of gravity with minimal movement. Yet, in reality, the gap between theory and actual combat is immense. Even in this life-or-death situation, Kong remains unwavering. His presence on the battlefield reminds her of the legendary sword emperor, Siegfried. Seizing an opportunity, Saki draws her bow and releases a precise arrow, striking the buffalo monster with perfect accuracy and taking it down in a single shot. After defeating the buffalo monster, Saki recalls rumors she had heard that the Sword Emperor once unleashed his aura against the special trainees. She pieces things together and deduces that the special trainee must be Kanjiyama. Meanwhile, our boy is releasing his blessing aura, which now surrounds him entirely. However, the boss buffalo monster remains unfazed. Instead of showing intimidation, it abandons its axe and lunges forward, aiming a powerful punch at our boy. In an instant, our boy counters with a precise strike, injuring the monster's right arm. The boss buffalo monster lets out a deafening roar of pain. At the same time, Batten continues using his blessing on our boy, while Chloe engages another buffalo monster. With swift precision, Chloe easily defeats her opponent. However, despite her victory, she admits that she still lacks experience in fighting monsters. She notes that the closer a monster's form is to that of a human, the more dangerous it becomes. While the level of danger varies by individual, a monster that exhibits human-like behaviors is particularly formidable and difficult to defeat. In Chloe's opinion, the boss buffalo monster is not just any beast. It appears to be a true demonic swordmaster. Just then, the boss buffalo monster lets out a thunderous roar. The boss buffalo monster grabs the axe with its left hand and channels magic into it, gathering its aura around the weapon. Saki is shocked. She can't believe that a monster is capable of using magic. But upon closer observation, she realizes something even more unsettling. The boss buffalo monster is burning its own life force to generate mana. The thought leaves her in disbelief. A mere monster should not be able to do this. Moreover, the rampant surge of mana emanating from the monster makes it nearly impossible to get close. Despite the overwhelming pressure of the moment, Batten remains steadfast. He thinks to himself that, no matter what, he believes in Kong. Just then, the boss buffalo monster, having completed its spell, charges forward and swings its axe with full force, aiming directly at our boy.